All right, Mr.Taliaferro, how's everybody doing out there? I'm back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm back. What it do? The Golden State Warriors' pursuit of their two-time MVP. I'm talking about Finals MVP, not the regular season MVP. I'm talking about Kevin Durant here. It is heating up, and reportedly the Warriors are outside looking in right now. Look, Kevin Durant is meeting with the Nets. He's meeting with the Knicks and maybe even a couple other teams. He's on vacation with Kyrie Irving as I speak, and it looks like he's incredibly upset with the Golden State Warriors. According to Rick Bucher of Bleacher Report, Kevin Durant right now is pissed at the Warriors for what he believes as pressure from that organization to play him, and he believes the Warriors might have even lied to him, including that training staff, to get him back on the court for the NBA Finals. So one thing that we do have to always keep in the back of our minds, at the end of the day, a training staff that works for a team, that team training staff, at the end of the day, works for the team. I don't know how many ways I can say that, but when you get medically cleared from a team training staff, remember, their job is to make sure you're okay. But if there's any way possible, to say you're good, their job is to say you're good to help that team win because they work for the team. That's why Kawhi Leonard went out and got his own doctors involved with the San Antonio Spurs a couple years back, because he's like, my body doesn't feel right. Now Kevin Durant went in the opposite direction after he injured his calf, quote unquote, against the Houston Rockets game 5. He'd go on to miss the last game and a half of that series. The Portland Trailblazers would lay an egg versus the Golden State Warriors. He missed that entire series with Kevin Durant. And then he'd try to return, try to help his team out. As they were down 3-1 versus the Toronto Raptors in the NBA Finals. He'd return game 5 in Toronto to give them a spark. And boy, was he lighting that thing up early. And he came back and he gave the Warriors that spark to win that game and to, go on and force a game 6. But it probably wasn't the best idea. He probably should have been sitting. That Warriors training staff told Kevin Durant that calf injury had nothing to do with his Achilles, and that if he went out and played basketball, he would not be doing any more harm to his body. And he went out and did more harm to his body. And reportedly, the Warriors are maybe going to lose Kevin Durant because of that. There are multiple reports, again, starting with Rick Bucher of Bleacher Report, saying KD is pissed at the Warriors right now. He's pissed. He don't trust them because he believes they let him down. They let his body down, and now he's on a long year or so recovery to get back to just being 75-85% of the player that he once was, which last year was an MVP caliber player. So he's pissed right now. Personally, I look at it like I thought Kevin Durant was gone already. I thought he was going to already leave the Golden State Warriors and go to New York. Now, I didn't think Brooklyn would be in play. I'll be honest with that. I thought the Knicks were going to get KD for sure. It didn't help that the New York Knicks got the number 3 pick and not the number 1 pick, because I believe if they got the number 1 pick, they were going to trade that bad boy. Also, what hurt worse than the Knicks not getting the number 1 pick is that the Pelicans got the number 1 pick, right? Think about it. If the Knicks got the 3rd pick and the Pelicans got like the 8th or 9th pick, which they were projected to get, then no harm, no foul. I'm pretty sure the Pelicans would have wanted the services of R.J. Barrett if they were about to get the 8th or 9th pick in the draft. But when the Pelicans got number 1 and the Knicks got number 3, right? You topple that with the fact that now you got to go get Zion. You can't trade that number 1. You can't trade that pick for Anthony Davis. I believe the Knicks are going to go after Anthony Davis, right? But when the Pelicans had the number 1 pick, they're like, shoot, we're going to trade Anthony Davis to who we want to, and we keeping that number 1 pick, buddy. So here's the thing. With all that being said, I didn't expect the Brooklyn Nets to be in the play, but I definitely thought the Warriors were outside looking in to keep Kevin Durant. To me, this feels like an excuse for KD to leave. And it's I don't even want to call it an excuse, but it is. Like, I think he planned on leaving anyway, but this just adds some more fuel to the fire. I mean, hell, back early in the season, Draymond Green looked that man in his eye as the Warriors were playing the Clippers and said, we don't need you. And following that, in the next couple sentences, it looks like Draymond Green, the guy that recruited Kevin Durant, the heaviest to be in Golden State, it looks like he called KD the B word. He said, we don't need you. We did it without you, right? With all the little cheap shots that's happened from the Warriors ownership when they won their first ring. And even Kevin Durant coming out and saying himself, he's always felt like it's been the Golden State Warriors and then Kevin Durant. So he ain't never felt that that home family vibe like we thought he did at one point in time. I thought KD was out of the door in Golden State anyway. I just think he would have loved to have a third championship, a third Finals MVP, and have been healthy going into free agency. It's the only difference there. So for KD, I think this might be the excuse that he needed to say, yeah, I don't want to do business with them no more. They lied to me. They put my body at risk, and now I'm going to be on the sideline for another year because of that. And we didn't even win the championship, right? So I'm pretty sure KD's upset about it. I'm not saying that it's a lie, but I definitely look at it as an excuse to a degree because I think the dude's going to be out of the door in Golden State anyway. Just my opinion. What do I know? I thank you guys so much for the time, love, and support. Please do remember that all of the NBA free agency signings will be reported on by my platform. So you do want to subscribe to me if you have not done so for all your free agency updates. It's going to be crazy. The first 2 days are going to be crazy, but we're going to do it. We're going to do it at an elite level, and I can't wait. I'm out. I came from nothing, but I want everything God has for me. I interview celebrities. I talk sports. I still represent the culture.
I got the kids. You are now tuned in.
Yeah, we locked in right now, Mr.
Mr.Taliaferro.
Shout out to Mr. Taliaferro.
You're watching Mr.Taliaferro TV.
Mr. Taliaferro TV. Here with the triple B's, you can't do nothing but win.